All right, so today we'll talk about substitution, tomorrow we'll do elimination, Thursday we'll review it, and Friday we'll have our quiz. Okay, this should be really easy for you guys. You guys did a really good job on your law of sines and cosine stuff, and your trig apps quiz on Friday. So hopefully you're a little bit more confident with your trig stuff, at least right triangle trig, and law of sines and law of cosine. All right, so anyway, when we do a system of equations by substitution, we need to get one of the variables alone. Okay? It doesn't matter which one you get alone. It's your choice. My suggestion, though, to make it easier, is to find a variable that has no coefficient in front of it. That way you won't have any fractions. Okay, so you got three choices in this one. You got this first y, or either x or y in the other one. All right, the system of equations has two equations with two variables. That's what we're going to work on this week. Okay, so I would probably get I would probably get this one on the right, this y here by itself, because all I have to do is add x. So I get y equals x plus 9. Or you could write 9 plus x if you want. Okay, but if you wanted to, you could get this y by itself and subtract the 3x. If you wanted to, you could get this x by itself. All right, all three of those are possibilities. I would not get the x on the left by itself because you're going to have to divide by 3 and get fractions. You guys, again, don't like working with fractions, so let's just stay away from them. So now here's the substitution part. You take this x plus 9, that y equals, and you put it into the other equation for y, because that's what y equals. All right, so you rewrite the first equation there. Instead of 3x plus y, you write 3x plus, and you substitute x plus 9 into the y. So now that's what your equation looks like. You have an equation with one variable in it now. Now we just solve for x in that blue equation. Right, so I don't have to distribute the 1 because 1 isn't going to change it, right? So just combine like terms. 3x plus x would be 4x. And then solve for x. So we would subtract 9 to move it to the other side. And we get negative 8. And then divide by 4. And we'll get negative 2. Now we're not finished. Okay. Since this has two variables, an x and a y, we have to figure out what x and y are to make it a true system. All right, it's got to work. We got to have the right x value and the right y value. It's got to work in both equations to solve the system. Right? So what I do now is, since I got y by itself over here, I'm just going to substitute that negative 2 for that red x over there. So this is y equals negative 2 plus 9, because that's what we figured out x to be. So we get y equals 7. So my answer then would be, for this example, negative 2 for x and 7 for y. And if we were to substitute in, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, plus 7, you get a positive 1. And then 7 minus a negative 2 would be 7 plus 2 equals 9. So it works in both equations. So you can always check it if you're not sure. Grady, you have a question? Okay. Okay? That's using substitution to solve the system. All right? Again, this should be review stuff. And you did this algebra 1. right? So we had an algebra 1, we had an algebra 2 last year a little bit. So now we're doing it in CP. Okay, so same type of problem. I want you to solve it by substitution. Which variable would be the easiest to get by itself? First x, first y, second x, second y. Which one? First y. Why is that the easiest one to get by itself? No coefficient, right? Or we can say the coefficient's 1. Okay? So that's what I would get by itself. So get that by itself. Move the 2x over. Now remember, it's negative y right now. So what do I also have to do in this one? Divide by negative 1, yeah. Okay, I want what y equals, what positive y equals. No negative with it. So I'm dividing by negative 1, everything, remember. But it's a positive 2x minus 2. Okay. So now what do I do with that 2x minus 2, Clay? Yeah, you take this, make sure you go into the other equation. Plug in for y, but make sure it's in the other equation. Okay? If you don't, then you get stuff that gets kind of crazy. All right? So we got 3x minus 2 times 2x minus 2 equals 11. So in this situation, we'll have to distribute that negative 2. So we got 3x, supposed to be an x. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. And negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. So putting like terms together, that's negative 1x plus 4 equals 11. And then subtract the 4. You get negative 1x is 7. So divide by negative 1. So x is negative 7. I'm not finished, remember? Noah, what should I do?
Plug that back in.
Right, plug x by negative 7 in the other one so we can figure out the y. And since I already got y by itself, I always like to put it again, right there. So y equals 2 times negative 7 minus 2, which is negative 14 minus 2, which is negative 16. So my answer would be negative 7, negative 16. I substitute negative 7 for x and negative 16 for y in either equation, I'll get a true statement. That's the solution to that system. Guys, remember this from before? Brody, you okay?
Yeah.
Any questions? Okay, you guys try this one, please. There's no questions? you and Yoder, always taking shortcuts. Using common sense. Okay. All right. So what happened in this one? Ally? Why?
Because of the 6Y,
Yeah, the 6Ys canceled, didn't they? So you got a false statement, right? That's gonna happen once in a while. So what'd you get by itself? Which one? X, Y. No coefficient, no number in front, right? Make it easy on yourself. So you hopefully listen to that. So you didn't have any fraction stuff. Now remember, this goes in for X this time, because we got X by itself. So we've got 2 times negative 3y plus 6 plus 6y. Then we get negative 6y plus 12 plus 6y. And then these cancel, so we get 12 equals, negative 18. And we get a false statement, all right? That's not true. So we're going to say there's no solution. That's going to happen once in a while. What if it was a true statement? What if it said 12 equals 12? There's a lot of answers, right? There's an infinite number of answers, okay? So if you get a true statement, you just say infinite solution. You can pick any number you want for X, figure out Y, it's going to work in both. Or pick any number you want for Y and then figure out X, and that's going to work. So every now and then that's going to happen. All right, that's as far as I got in my other classes, so I'm not going to go any farther with you guys. So we'll call it a day. Good job. Thanks for working. Nope.